It began like any other calm evening. Nothing dramatic, nothing unusual, just a quiet hum of routine settling over the house. I had finished dinner, pushed my plate aside, and was absent-mindedly scrolling through emails when Jessica, my wife of 6 years, walked into the room. Something in her movements instantly felt wrong. Her posture was rigid, her fingers tapping anxiously against her phone, her eyes avoiding mine with a precision that made the air heavier. She took the seat across from me, inhaled shakily, and spoke in a thin voice I barely recognized. "I need to tell you something. I'm going away for a few days. With Nathan." For a second, my brain refused to process the name. I waited, honestly waited, for her to smirk, to say she was kidding, to offer any explanation that made the sentence harmless. But Nathan wasn't a harmless name. He was her ex, a man she had sworn was nothing but ancient history. The realization hit me like a fist. My chest hollowed out, my pulse thudded, and every instinct screamed that I must have heard wrong. A trip with him. I wanted to react, to demand answers, to shout every question clawing at my throat. But I forced myself to stay stone still, swallowing the storm building inside me. She didn't even look up. Her lips were pressed tight, her focus locked on a spot on the table, as if bracing herself for whatever I might say. The silence wrapped around us, thick and suffocating. Finally, I asked the only question that mattered, a single word shaped by disbelief and pain. "Why?" My voice was steady, but underneath it lived a wildfire of fury. She delivered her explanation smoothly, as if reading from a script. It was supposedly a professional opportunity. Nathan had contacts who could help her career. I should be supportive. I should trust her. Her tone was cool, reasonable, almost arrogant. She wasn't hiding anything. She was expecting acceptance. Or, better yet, a reaction she could twist into jealousy or controlling behavior. I saw in the way her eyes flicked toward mine, searching, waiting, anticipating a fight. But I didn't give her one. I simply listened, my expression calm, unreadable, unmoved. She finished her rehearsed lines, and when the last word faded, I leaned back in my chair, met her eyes directly, and said only, "Don't worry." 2 simple syllables. The effect hit her harder than anything I could have yelled. Her mouth fell open a little. That wasn't the response she had prepared for. She repeated the words, confused, almost trembling. "That's all." I didn't respond. I turned back to my emails, ignoring the tremor in her voice, ignoring the panic beginning to take hold of her. That night she kept circling back, asking if I was upset, asking if I was quiet because I cared, or quiet because I didn't, poking, prodding, hoping to drag emotion out of me. But I stayed silent. Those 2 words had already done the damage, and not to me. They undid her. They shattered her illusion of control. She had expected drama, heartbreak, pleading. Instead, she heard the quiet click of a door closing. The next morning, while she showered, I packed a single bag. No hesitation. No second thoughts. I left the signed divorce papers on the kitchen counter, along with a note containing the only explanation she deserved. "Don't worry. I'm done." When she walked out and saw them, the color drained from her face. I didn't stay to watch the aftermath. I was already heading toward the door, suitcase in hand, spine straight. Jessica thought she could dangle her past in front of me, manipulate the situation, and return to a marriage she believed would always be waiting. But the moment she chose to travel with her ex, she ended the marriage herself. My 2-word response wasn't anger. It was closure. And sometimes the loudest goodbye isn't shouted. Sometimes it's whispered once, and followed by a man who walks away without ever looking back.